guys, this week's tarot card is the Emperor. It is number 4 in the tarot deck, and usually when you're looking at tarot cards, the numbers are written in Roman numerals, so this is Roman numeral 4, okay? He indicates authority and leadership. So if you're talking about a person, they will have these qualities, okay? He's structured and he has discipline, or he can indicate that a situation has a lot of structure or discipline, or maybe a person needs structure and discipline. It could be telling you that you need to embody some of those traits. So it could be saying you need to be a little more structured, you need to have more discipline, you need to, take on some leadership roles, okay? Behave as if you have more authority. He typically represents a father figure, and he has an assertive personality, okay? He possesses strength, confidence, and courage, and a commanding presence, okay? And typically, when we're talking about zodiac signs, he would be represented by Aries in the astrological zodiac. So if you look at the card, you'll see there are what appears to be like ram's horns on the sides of his throne, okay, and that is indicating Aries. Let me grab the card so I can show you guys. And then if you are somebody who likes to read reversals, I'm going to go into that in just a minute. I'm going to explain to you what could be the negative aspects, or how you would read this as a reversal, because I know that's important. Even though, even if you don't read them, you still need to know all the positive and the negative aspects of the cards, because again, if you're reading for somebody or even just for yourself, it's important to know, how to interpret what you're reading, and, not everything is going to be like a jolly, fun, happy time, right? Okay, so we need to know what all of our interpretations could possibly be. Okay, so you can see on there, actually, where on the throne, right here where his hands are, you can see the ram's heads, and then up here the horns. Okay, so this is the Emperor. And he's pretty intimidating when you look at him. He looks a little intimidating, okay? And he does give you the impression of being the man in charge. He's in control. He's the one with the power, okay? There's no mistaking that. You'll also notice there's some red elements in here, and right here behind him, to me, that looks kind of like fire. Okay, so Aries is typically considered a fire sign. And so you can see some of those elements in the card here. So some of the reversals, he might be tyrannical, unreasonable. He could be inconsistent, unpredictable, silly or childlike. Okay, he may have some weaknesses, or he may show weakness. He may be immature, have some failed ambitions, be untrustworthy, or indecisive. And again, something to keep in mind when you're doing readings, either for yourself or for other people, is just that, think about the question and how it relates to the question that you're asking, okay? Because the way you interpret the cards is really dependent on what is being asked. And don't forget, we never ask yes or no questions, okay? Unless you're using a deck that specifically says yes or no, because they do make some of those now. I would not typically ask a yes or no question when I'm reading tarot, okay? You usually want to ask open-ended questions. All right, guys, I hope this helped you, and I can't wait to see you next week. Thanks. Bye.